Hi everybody, it is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, and you know today is Science Fridays with John. Incidentally, if you have not heard, we are working on breaking a World Guinness Book record. Would you like to help us make history? It's really simple. You can comment back on the bottom of this video and let us know you'd like to be part of this two-day expedition where we're going to be creating history right here in Bergen, Passaic, Morris, and Essex County, and having an officiator from the World Guinness Book Records joining us on the weekend. And you'll be part of a very interesting experiment. You'll learn lots about science and about people. And the real great thing is that you're going to be able to do something and say that you helped become part of history. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. And if you like this content, please be sure to like, hitting the button, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell notification icon if we're on YouTube, so you'll know when we post future content about Science Fridays with John. And if you really resonate with this content, be sure below every video there's actually a link below the words that say help keep our content free, and you can choose to make a donation of $1 or more once or several times on a scheduled plan, and it would really help my team and I out to defray the costs of putting these videos together. All right, we have another great experiment, more of our experiments in science with foods. And so I like these because you can do them outside, you can do them inside, they're safe, and they're not very expensive, and they're easy. All right, I have a plastic container. I have a bag of M&Ms that I picked up from my local store, and so I'm just gonna tear, you know, on all these packages, a lot of people get zealous to open them. Make sure that you open them above the seal, otherwise when you go to reseal it, it won't reseal, and you're just gonna have a bag that's a mess, and everything's gonna fall out. So I'm just gonna open up the seal here on it, just like so, and I'm going to drop some M&Ms, right, into my bucket, my little plastic container here. That should probably be enough, and we're gonna take some water. And we're going to pour the water in there. And we're just going to give that a few minutes. But what are we doing this for? Well, when we talk about science experiments and we do things with food, it's interesting to see, you know, what happens. So I don't know if you've ever put M&Ms in water before, but something very interesting is going to happen. You're going to see that the M's from the actual M&Ms, you can see the little tiny pieces of paper starting to flake away from the actual M&M. The color, the dye that they put into the M&Ms is starting to go away as well. And also, you're seeing like a little bit of a reaction happen. And that reaction, if you can see the bubbles just starting to move around, that's actually the food coloring chemical that's coming off with the reaction of the water. And you can just kind of see that it's starting to move around. And as it's moving around, you can see that it's starting to turn the M&Ms white. You know, so what does this demonstrate? Well, it demonstrates a couple things. But the one thing is that what you are today is not what you're going to be tomorrow. If you change your thoughts, and everything in our life is energy, right? So if we change ourselves, if we change the composition of something, then what we have is going to change. And look what changes here, ladies and gentlemen. The M&Ms are becoming white, and the edible M's, which are paper edible M's, are basically coming right off the candy, and they're going right into the water. So in life, when you have people and, you know, they believe that they are something, or they believe that they can do something, or they believe they can't. We remember what Henry Ford said. If you believe you can do something, you're right. But if you believe you can't, you're also right. Thus, if we change the way we're thinking today, we can become something different tomorrow. You are where you are today because of the thoughts, beliefs, and actions that you have taken in the past. If you start from today, tomorrow and further will be a different you. Just like these M&Ms, ladies and gentlemen, they're totally different. They're not even the same candy. So your inner desires may not manifest on the outside immediately. We've talked about this, because if they did, we'd have a million elephants in our living or dining room, which would be a severe problem. Thus, if you can understand this one thing, that when you make the effort to change something, and you have a consistent effort at it, you can see now a little more. Can you see the M's floating around a little more? If you look at that a little closer, can you see the M's now? They're really starting to float around. So that means that what was imprinted on you yesterday, or what you believe was so unchangeable, can come off. Did you know that the M's were that easy to come off? And change can happen just like that in your life. But you know what the difference between change happening and change not happening is? You. It's your belief. If you believe that you can do something, you can, just like Henry Ford said it. And so you can take off that stigma, or take off whatever you are right now, even if it seems so ingrained in you, like you were born that way. You weren't. You can change the programs in your mind, your subconscious. And if we could take paper M's off of M&Ms, and we can take color off of them and change the property of the candy, that means that if we change a thought for a period of time, we can change you. You can change yourself. Can't change others. But what you can do is they can change when you change the way you react to them. So I always tell people, look, you're never going to change someone else. But if you react differently to someone, the way they react to you will most probably be different. And if you change the way you react in a more positive way, you're going to see that they're going to start to become more positive. So we learned today that just because something looks permanent, it's not. The M's on M&M bag, right here, and if I show you this M right from one of these M&Ms right here in my hand, you can see the M's. They look very permanent. But these candies are nothing more than energy. And by a simple little reaction with the water, the molecules, we were able to not only take the coated sugar dye off the M&Ms, but also those edible pieces of paper. So the next time you believe that something is impossible in your life, think about this. You could spend all day trying to scratch that M off the candy, and you'd never do it. If you use the right frame of mind, everything is possible. Most people try to do something the hard way. When you do it the creative way, it just sort of happens. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It gives me great pride, great pleasure, and a great honor to be here with you all the time. If you like these videos, please be sure to like, share, comment, tag some friends, and if they really resonate with you, be sure to hit that bell notification icon, subscribe on YouTube, and of course, below every video, there's a link. And you can click that link, make a one-time donation, or schedule a repeat donation, and it would really help us out a lot. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a student or an inquisitive person, and you would like to get involved more with science and help us break a world record, you're gonna be on your feet for a while for 2 days, but you're gonna get the chance to be part of making history in the World Guinness Book Record. Tell me that's not something cool. Now I know everyone's busy and they're all doing things, but how many people here on YouTube can tell you that you can be part of breaking a Guinness World Book Record? Everyone's gonna have a part of this. And all we ask is that you're from Bergen, Passaic, Morris, or Essex County. We will ask you to sign a non-disclosure because what we're doing is pretty confidential. It's very safe. It is going to be about 2 days, and it's going to be an amazing experience that you're not only going to be able to tell your friends about, you're going to learn about science, and I guarantee you're going to learn something about others that you never knew was possible. I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and the next time you think that change is impossible, think about how we got that permanent M, or so it appeared, on this little candy off with the right type of creativity. Again, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, and you know I'll be back real soon with another Science Fridays with John. And if you have a school, reach out to us because we'd love to come and do a Science Fridays John experiment with you real soon.